Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we're back to Hyperlight Drifter. So, we beat the three bosses as far as up, left, and right with no real extra fanfare. And I assume that that is going to just mean that we now need to go down. We also have gotten all 8, assuming there were only 8, of the uh, triangles in the left area, and there was not really any extra fanfare around that. Although it did open the door that then led to an area that got a couple upgrades and an area full of spikes. Inherently, the problem here is this timing. Like this timing for the drifting seemingly just stopped working, or perhaps better is better described as something that just never really worked in the first place. There's nothing over here. That was pointless. So sometimes that works. We know that sometimes that works, and a lot of times it doesn't. We have not gotten any upgrade movements and movement path or anything like that, and it does seem like if we're going to get anything more, it would have to be weapons, and even that doesn't really make a lot of sense because there's like 2 weapons left, and I suppose otherwise, with the exception of gun upgrades and bullets, there's 3 other upgrades that we could get, plus the grenade, and I think probably the grenade is a thought. But it may be a case that it kind of doesn't matter. Also, like, trying to get everything won't matter because we're going to just hit this, either the end of this game as far as as far as my experience with this game can go. We may very well just hit the end by beating this final 4th boss, and I wouldn't be surprised if the game actually doesn't really give you any kind of satisfactory ending around that idea, and instead it leaves you just where you are. Well, I do see that there is a thing over there to the left, so probably that is an indication that there is some kind of secret path somewhere here. Unless there's some kind of shot, something or other that you're supposed to shoot and to activate a path. Falling to my death. Yeah, there's definitely a possibility here that we were just gonna fight the final boss and that's gonna be it, and that there really won't be any other room for any other thing. Seriously? Why did it disappear like that the first time? I don't understand that. But there was the gate that we wouldn't have been able to reach at any other time. And there we see the Anubis again. And over here. We have a downward area with an upgrade, a gun, and a health kit. So we have to defeat the downward area boss first, which does imply to me that there is more game after that, which I kind of felt like that was the case. And see, we can see that that guy is pretty much dead. So his story, I guess, maybe is he's taking care of you and he isn't just a future version of you. No, that's like a wife and son. So his family died, and then he's been chasing the Anubis, just like you have. And now we have possibly a stronger outfit, but I would have to question. Interesting. Why is there a death area on the edge there? Well, I can't even see. Why would I be able to fall off the edge? There we can see up in that area is another core. Right. So there's a wall, and theoretically it wouldn't be too much of an ask to go back and potentially switch out to the outfits and see if that's more helpful. There could be kind of nothing here, and I guess there are more cores. So unless we're gonna get to an area where unless we're gonna get to an area where we have a kind of fast boss fight or a giant robot type boss fight. Yeah, I don't know what we're doing. Are these even these little robots? Seem to be nothing. They don't seem to hurt you. Interesting. And so I don't know if this environment in particular is supposed to represent or explain anything. Like robots are flying around, perhaps trying to recover. In a lot of ways it feels like these kinds of robots might just be the nanites, and everything might be at a much smaller scale, and that the robots themselves were just human-sized. Alright, so we've got one area here. It seems to me like they want to have more dungeons to kind of balance out against what we ran into with the left area where there wasn't so much. Which gun do we have enabled? Actually, on that thought, let's make sure we've got what I think I want. And see, this would require just one, which that's not particularly highly demanding. So we may very well just run down here. So, is it the little core characters now are in fighting suits? Hmm. Well, I don't see anything over there. Hmm. There's a lot of weird sound effects in this game, but they don't seem like they do too much. And we've seen, wow, that turned on almost all of them, so maybe there are only 2 or 3 of those in this entire level. Either that or there is an attempt to yeah, there might be an attempt here to kind of speed up this whole process. And they definitely are trying to throw more enemies at me. These little skeletons are interesting in that they're like humanoid skeletons that seem like they are getting they feel like they are getting slowly turned into robots, which I guess that might make some sense, is that there might be some kind of robotification happening. Just talking around the edges here. You're pretty much perfectly safe doing that. That wants everything. Which once again, it does make it feel like if you are going to actually try and get all of that stuff, you're going to end up having to run through the entire game a second time, and that may just be the case in truth, is that there may be there may be just a level of repetition that this game is going to demand of people. Definitely doesn't feel like we're gonna get a real story, though. It just feels like we're gonna eventually fight one more boss, and then the game is gonna say, okay, you fought all the bosses, let's fade to credits. And I'm not even sure I'm gonna make it that far. There was the bad guy in a box there, which that's different. And I guess we can open that door. And we still have to push against every single wall. We never really did find a way to stop the guns from shooting. I don't think there actually is a way to stop the guns from shooting. See, these look like sewing machines or circuit board manufacturing machines of some sort. So we're up to 4 of 16. Yeah. And see, it seems like if these are some kind of robot manufacturing machines, whatever killed them instantaneously. This was not a case of it totally wasn't a case of like a prolonged war where people knew what was going to happen. So come over here. Of course, getting back might be slightly difficult. I think they are probably intentionally not having too much of a challenge here against these guys because they don't want this to turn into a big deal. Let's see. Well, there's nothing here. See, so it does kind of seem like they intentionally just made that so you could potentially work your way through that. We haven't even looked at the map. Yeah. Where did we start? Like, I think we started right about here. And then I think this is a gated area where we can't reach. And then it seems like we're gonna very much just connect to an area over here. No, I don't think I can go to that area. Yeah, let's go back and see if we want to take on any enemies now. See if there was any kind of secret here. It would have to be So yeah, it seems like spawning those enemies by stepping on that platform did not do anything beneficial. And there still doesn't seem to be really a way to turn off those types of guns. And this is just an empty room. See, that wasn't even much of a fight, and that's weird because there should be more of a fight there. That's what I thought. Okay. Let's see if we can. We're now in this bullet hell scenario. And I'm definitely not warmed up for this battle. Let's see. You know what we haven't tried? And so we've got the shot reflecting. We haven't tried the cannon gun. So let's try that. Of course, this super powerful cannon gun doesn't have an upgrade. We may just need to. I think the cannon gun is probably the right move, but we're gonna have to be careful about it, and we're gonna have to be ready for it. Yeah, that is slow. Let's just keep an eye on bullets. Yeah. Yeah, the reflecting bullet element here is actually way better. So I don't know if there's really been an enemy up before this point though that really needed the reflecting bullet concept. And if we were to believe anything, there is a core element up here. And so I assume that this is probably the real core. And they probably aren't going to pull that trick ever again. See, so that's our first one. Which kind of means we need to go all the way back to the beginning of this area too. We've got big robotic eyes, which I guess that kind of makes sense if there would be big four-eyed robotic characters and robots that we've seen up until this point. So I don't know if I'm supposed to really be freaked out by seeing big robotic eyes. Because, yeah, wouldn't that... Like, this whole world is different and weird, so... I'd be much more freaked out if I saw big robotic eyes in a regular world where normal things are expected to be seen and shown. And I have no idea where we are. So I don't know. I guess there's a fence up here, so I guess they want you to jump down here. And to the right, we have a bunch of rats and people being scared and skittering away. And so I guess these people we're working the machines, this species. They seem to be eating these smaller creatures. So we get more story. There's a door that needs everything to open, which does. Mean we need to go this way, which let's go this way and see. We have another pathway that's blocked off. Yeah, unfortunately I'm gonna have to pause the video for a second. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Sorry for that. Let's continue. Alright, so what were we? We were going here, and I guess what we're trying to find is what is over here, which in all possibility this what is over here is just where we started. So we could go back through that gate, but I think it would benefit us. Are there enemies here? Doesn't seem like it. Probably would benefit us somewhat to look around this area some more. Yeah, it almost feels like these robots are trying to reinvigorate the world and bring it back to life. And so there is a point here that you can take, and until apparently I've done something, I can't get up there to fight the big boss, which might indicate that there may not really be a big boss in this area, which that would be weird. Alright, so let's see, where are we with upgrades? Not good enough, honestly. And so do I want to potentially these are floating columns, which that's different. Do I want to go back to the center area and upgrade? I don't think I really want to do that. I think I want to push forward, and maybe we'll struggle a little bit, maybe we won't. And seemingly the case here is that this is supposed to make you realize that you can unlock these kinds of doors, and that this is the way the game is played now. More pathways are going to be opened up because of these types of because of the how about that? Alright, that was a lot of damage. We need to switch our gun. Using this gun's too slow. Alright, that opens the gate. Is there anything else that we can do? I doubt I could dodge or diagonally dodge to the left there, but it does kind of seem like there's some indication that there is something there. And the ground looks a little crumbly, which makes me kind of wonder. Okay. We now know how this game is going to work. Okay. It's pretty insane to introduce heat-seeking missiles into the game at this point. That seems particularly dangerous. No hit health. So we need a health kit immediately. And then what we need, something along that line. We'll go ahead and heal. Yep, these definitely just feel like offices with weird creatures and robots. I'm just pushing against the walls to see if there's any possible secret areas, since we know they love to put secret areas. Compare where this is, though, as far as just the original Zelda game, where you would have maps and it would point you to where most of the secret areas are, and you would have bombs that you would have to use to activate a secret area and blow a hole in the wall. Like that stuff is seemingly just completely missing here, and instead you are just wandering. You would also have a compass, and I really am aching at the loss of there not being a compass in this game. It's not a better experience. Right, well, let's see if there's any secrets over here. Seems like the answer is no. Let's see if... Nope, I'm gonna end up killing myself. We also see some areas definitely where there are what looks like lava on the ground below, and yet you can still go downward. Let's go and see where this leads. Honestly, it kind of feels like either the lights are random or there's a story in those symbols that you're supposed to, just as an augmented reality game, translate, or there's an order in which you're supposed to activate all of these. And if there is an order, then you mess that up. Every single player would have messed that up initially. There's no way you would have, on the first try, accidentally gotten 4 or 5 different things in order. Alright, well, neither one of these are gonna really... Why am I not just swinging the sword? Honestly, like, I keep forgetting that I have the reflect shot ability. It would make so much sense to just swing back and forth. go ahead and hit this, and then hit that. Alright, well. Yeah, we could at any point run into more challenge. And so that means we have to rush this way. And there's no way to skip this animation, so it might be better to grab these two, go this way, exit out of this, and then exit back. That way we can create a save point without having to worry about that stuff. Let's go ahead and check this area. Well, what? What died by falling off to its falling off the edge there? Just timing swings, I suppose. Interesting. Go ahead and hit this. It does seem like we are just kind of creating seems like we're kind of just creating paths for no reason. I think I'm not very warmed up at the moment, obviously, but I think also there's just a certain amount of quality of gameplay you would have to have here that requires, for my poor skill, I need some accommodation. Alright. So we broke all of this stuff. And we came over here. And we hit that. And then what would be nice is if in the process of hacking and slashing things like this. This would be the ideal point where you would like to see the game throw you a bone. See, I don't think I can actually reach that area. So yeah, some combo attacks that would refill a hit or something. See, and I think if I was to generally just kind of shoot in that direction, I probably would have hit a switch if I could hit a switch, which makes me wonder if they've got it programmed in such a way. So that you can't actually hit the switch. Until you've actually, like, gotten all the way to the area. And so you would think that that shield dash would be a lot more useful than it is, but it really isn't. There we go. That is a lot of work. A lot of work to get one upgrade and one health kit. And see, I assume dumping down that way doesn't do anything. And I kind of assume that doing this does nothing. So, since that was so much work, let's just once again load in and load out so we at least have a checkpoint. But clearly what I really need to do is move to the... Let's see. I need to be able to blow that guy up and then shoot him fairly quickly. So this might be an argument for upgrading the grenade. Or it's probably just an argument for, you know, throwing a grenade this way. And as stupid as it is, I suppose I'll just checkpoint again. Like, clearly, if you could just save scum here, I would be just save scumming. And that is kind of the design of this game. And it is an old-fashioned style game. One thing that did occur to me as I was thinking about just the footage I've been making on this game is it's really hard to criticize anything or say anything about any of the gameplay design because there's kind of nothing new happening. It is just, oh, I went through this new room and it's slightly differently designed. Okay. There we go. But yeah, without that major, without some more elements, like, what do I say about a room like this? This room has too many doors. This next room is too long. It's gonna get extremely repetitive as far as commentary if I went down that route of trying to talk about every single room. And in all fairness, if I was trying to criticize The Legend of Zelda, I probably wouldn't have too much to say either. In that instance, that it would be a whole lot of nothing. I don't think I can make it through that direction, but I don't think I'm supposed to either. This is a mini dungeon designed to make you wander through the doors a couple different times, which I'm hoping that doesn't spawn any new enemies, because if it does, that's going to be annoying. There we go. And you would kind of feel like a room like that would be the warm-up. Alright. Not too bad. Do I want to play a little careful? There we go. Let's see, let's go ahead and save and be careful. So we can't really get anywhere to this left side. And okay, that disabled the guns, thank goodness. So we can look around and see if there's anything else. And it doesn't seem like there's anything near here. It seems like that was too easy. But I don't know, maybe they're intentionally just throwing you a bone. I suppose we could look at the map. Yeah, it does seem like there's probably a room or two more of challenge. And I certainly could use 3 or more health kits, and the game does not seem like it's going to give us 3 more health kits. We did get a checkpoint, so that does mean we won't run all the way back. Okay. So I suspect the side area is over here. We may not have an opportunity to get back to that side area again. Oops, so we may have missed something. But whatever. Here you have a big bloody robot, which the robots are getting bigger and bigger, but they're all bloody, they're all dead. I assume it's blood, not rust. Which we already fought one robot, so it would be a little redundant, I suppose, to end up fighting another robot, but not super redundant. Yeah, and we did just miss whatever else is in this room. And I really have to just kind of wonder. Let's see. Alright, so we should probably have a dash ability ready to go. And otherwise, I think we can kind of take this guy out. Yeah, I don't think he's that difficult, really. Because even in that first fight, as we were trying to just learn his deal, we seemingly he does have explosive bombs, so you want to be careful about that. There we go. I would have totally won had I simply more health. Like that's all I really need here is a little bit more health, and that would be it. Like, you walk up here, you throw a grenade, you probably hit him, and then before he puts up the thing, this is where you hack and slash the craziness out of him. And I just gotta keep one eye on my health, one eye on the bullets, and the grenade's not probably even a major factor in it, but and just get those shots. Let's see. Hit that. Hit this way. Once those start to form. And let's go and heal. I? Oh, he straight up died. So apparently he was getting blown up by his own thing as much as me. Like I was fully ready to heal there. In fact, I'll do it anyways. But yeah. What is making that easier? It's the guns, if anything, is making these boss fights easier. And you get the guns with every boss fight being defeated. Now, was that a final boss? Not really. So we've had a surprise sub-boss, and then now we have potentially yet another boss. What would be crazy is if in activating this piece it starts the factory working, and it turns out that I'm actually turning on all of the factories and rebuilding the robots. Although why would I be rebuilding robots that are attacking me? I don't know. So here you have a big giant robot in the stasis chamber, which maybe makes it seem like the big robots attacked and then they built the smaller robots from studying the big robots. Like, does any of that really matter? No. There's just an extremely sharp contrast between the technology in the robot areas and the factory areas, and then the nature areas and the people trying to just survive. Okay. More than likely, then I need to go this way before this opens. And there's a point of interest down that way that maybe we've missed, and the point of interest down that way. And we kind of know that there's all kinds of points of interest all over the other place. Let's fast travel this way to refill ourselves on the health kits. Because clearly that's going to be helpful. Let's go the right direction. Hit this one. Or just scan it. We don't actually have to break anything to get to that one. Go this way. And so we just need one more, and then we can fast travel out of this area. Where is it hiding? There you go, that's good enough. Then fast travel here. Yeah. It feels like after boss fights they should fill your health kits to the max. That would be an easy adjustment to a game like this. So now we can put in that. I have no idea if these actually do anything different. Clearly there's room for a lot more of these kind of outfits. That component still isn't telling us anything different, so if we still are in phase 1 of the game, which is to unlock everything, that's pretty crazy. Right. So what can we unlock here? We could do a charge up sword attack, which I probably wouldn't use. A dash attack, which is XA, which I'd probably not use. So I don't feel like that's probably our best movement. We could go with a AX attack, which both, again, I probably wouldn't use. What's the difference between AX at the same time and XA? For most people, I don't think there is much difference there. Alright, so 2 grenades. So now theoretically, interesting. When this guy drops something, is he beating the birds, I wonder? I hadn't thought about that. There's still 2 more guns somewhere to be found, and like I could upgrade this powerful gun to have a few more shots, but not sure if I really need to do that. I probably will take that as an option, though it would make a little bit more sense. Let's see. What did we need over here? We needed to have beaten the area to get that gun. I seriously doubt, though, that my sword now does even 1 more damage. It'd be nice if it did, but I don't think it would. And sure, we probably missed a power-up. Inherently, I suppose that is the problem here, is that if I miss an area, and almost certainly I have missed areas, I could be only missing a simple power-up or a health kit, or I could be missing a key, which clearly we're missing a lot of keys, or I could be missing something even more valuable, like upgrade. So you're never really going to be given a break as far as secret areas. You pretty much are going to have to 100% this game, or you're going to have to decide to rage quit the game. Here, computers. Wish there was some computers you could just break. To turn off the guns. Let's see, where are we as far as a map? Well, we could be going back down all the way. We're working our way up. Yeah, I'm still having to hit this with 3 hits. Which... that doesn't seem any different. And if there's only one person that you have to really worry about, or a group of 3 people that you have to worry about, then you're fine. But once you start to get more, you really can feel the improvement as far as having 2 grenades ready to go. Is there possibly any secret passage? I don't think there is. So yeah, having 2 grenades probably would have been very, very helpful. It probably would have made a lot of sense for you to get a grenade upgrade when you beat some boss somewhere, instead of having to find the upgrade pieces. The whole game just kind of feels like it gave up on any kind of polish as far as what it was going to do or even ask of you. Alright, well. And I still feel very, very much not warmed up, and so I feel like I'm struggling. To really succeed here. Taking too many damage, too many stupid hits. And this is on easy, so yeah, there's no way I would have been right to stick with the normal mode. I just would have died. No question about it. I totally would have just gotten into a whole frustration situation. Interesting. Well, where are we? The targeting on that gun, on the guns are pretty bad. In retrospect, they're like, yeah, they really aren't anything. One more key, which is great. Unfortunately, we've seen some gates that definitely are locked behind 16 keys. Right. So where does this bring us? It seems like it's gonna just bring us back sort of to where we were. And I'm missing. Alright, well. We can take these guys out fairly easily. Like, this is really just a matter of timing. But we need to end the episode, so we need to find a kind of a convenient point to stop. And I feel like this next area may not be so much of a convenient point to stop, but yeah. We're gonna come over here, probably, maybe fight somebody. Feels like what happened specifically is that there's a underground path on this side that we missed. Then we're gonna have to potentially exit and then re-enter and go this way and work our way to the boss. Overall, once we've finished the boss, which with that boss, that opens the downward area that could get us another gun or another key, and then I think opens us to one final world or dungeon in the center. And it may be a factor where it just isn't really worth your time to try and wander around the entire overworld to get all the upgrades. Particularly since right now we still just don't have a storyline or element that is telling us to do anything. Like, I have 2 upgrades right now. I could upgrade this gun, but if I collect any more upgrades, past that point, it's getting attack patterns and like swing sword abilities that I'll never use, and dash abilities that I'll never use. So I might as well just sit on the gun element, the gun upgrades, and save up upgrades for that. But it definitely still feels like we could potentially rage quit, not out of frustration now, because we're doing pretty well. They could easily throw a boss at us that has like twice as much health, and then that would be quite the struggle. Or that just gives us an attack pattern that is super, super strong, and that could be a bit of a struggle. But we may just get frustrated with trying to figure out what the next step is or what the next thing to do is. I doubt we're going for 100% completion on this game. We can't get all the achievements because we're playing on easy, and so that wouldn't really make any sense to then try and collect everything just to collect everything. There might be a reason to collect everything if we were having more fun with this game, but we really aren't, and there's not a lot of variety happening in the game, so it's not dragging me in and making me want to continue to play. Anyways, that's going to be it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. If you want to friend or follow me on any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below. And if you want to support me further, there's a link to Patreon, or you can friend me on Steam and get me a game off my wishlist. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.